Hello my creative friends, Olga Soby here and welcome to another acrylic pouring video. Today I want to create an acrylic pouring feather using the paint kiss technique, and I get a lot of questions about this technique and different aspects of it. So today I decided to give you a full paint kiss feather tutorial, and I'm gonna explain every step of this technique, share some of my tips and answer all of the common questions. So I hope you find this interesting and helpful, and if you give this technique a go and share your results on social media, please tag me. I would be happy to see your results. Alright, so now let's get started with the feather tutorial. Today I'm working on 11 by 14 canvas, and for the feather technique I prefer to work on a rectangular shape rather than square. I think the feather aligns much better this way. So my paint today is mixed with Floetrol and glue. I prefer to work with a rather medium consistency for the feather technique. Medium, a bit thicker paint helps to hold the shape of the feather better than fluid consistency. And the mixture details you can find in the video description. So for the feather technique, my feather is gonna go this way. So first I like to apply my base, and working on black base today. So as you can see, I have applied a very thin layer of paint, almost no paint in the center of the canvas, and this is where my feather is going to be. And honestly, I think this is one of the most important things to do for the feather techniques. We're gonna pour some paint to create a feather right here, and if we pour over the black, the overall thickness of paint is gonna be just too thick, so the feather is gonna spread out as it's drying. And having a very thin layer of paint in the center, or you can even don't add any base to the center at all, really helps preventing that overgrowth or the spread of the paint during the drying. I hope this makes sense. Alright, now let's quickly pop the air bubbles. So for the paint kiss feather, you would need 2 cups, and I'm using those small silicone bowls, so they work very well for this technique. I'm also going to include the link in the description. So to one of the cups, you're going to add the color of the base, so black in this case, and to the other cup, we're going to layer our colors of the feather. I get a lot of questions about how much paint to use for the feather in these cups. Well, I don't have the exact measurement or a calculation to tell you exactly how much to use, but generally for this size, it's 11 by 14, a little smaller, a little bigger also works. I use approximately 1.5 ounce of paint in each cup. So these cups are 1.75 ounce each, and I'm not adding the paint to the rim, so this is approximately 1.5 ounces of paint, and this is the amount that works very well for this size. I think this is great. So next I like to turn my canvas a little, and this is how I'm going to be traveling my cups. So keeping the canvas diagonally really helps to control the flow. So this is how I hold cups for the pour. The black goes against the flow of the feather, and colors go towards the flow of the feather. This is really important. And now let's do the feather kiss. All right, this looks great. So notice that the colors that were on top of my color cup, they end up in the center of the feather, and the colors on the bottom, they land more on the outer edge of the feather. So I actually really like this so far. Next, I like to tilt my feather just a little to help it level out. When you travel in your cup in a paint kiss, don't go too fast, don't go too slow. You would need to find the speed that works the best for you to create the nice thickness of the feather. You also need to consider that it might spread out a little bit anyway during the dryer, but if your base layer at the center is not too thick, it would not spread much. So after I finish the paint case, I look at the design and I decide whether I want to blow out the edges of my feather or leave it as is. Today, I think I'm perfectly happy with the way it turned out already, so I'm not gonna blow out the edges of the feather, but if you want to see a video where I did it, check out the link right here in the corner. It also creates a very beautiful and unique effect. So now let's just add the center line and it's gonna be finished. Voila, the feather is finished. So let me know how you like this feather. I think these colors look stunning together, and some of these are metallics, so gonna look even better dry. You know what, before I finish up the video, today I want to try something a bit different for my negative space. Not much, just a little glowing that's coming from the feather. I actually really like this effect. I think it's really good. All right, my friends, please let me know if you have any questions left about the process of the feather creation. I would be happy to chat with you in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video, and happy pouring! Bye bye! Have an awesome weekend!